Alrighty, what is up, everybody? Jay Baker Vlogs here, and welcome to the next episode of the Vlog Series 2. Well, guys, I gotta say, it was a fun, great weekend for me as I went on a road trip to Camp Bandina, located in a town about 57 miles from here. It is called Bandera, Texas. So far, that is about 30 miles outside of Boerne as well. So basically, you guys probably know where Bandera, Texas is. Just look it on a map, and if you've been there, then look up the youth camp of Camp Bandina. If you've been there, good. If you haven't, well, maybe you should take a visit one of these days. But anyway, let's get down to this video that I'm going to tell a pretty good story. And so far, we're going to have fun as we're talking about what I witnessed over this weekend. So I show up to Camp Bandina Friday evening, and the people all around are outside. They're grilling hot dogs, and most likely I had a stomach that was growling. And so anyway, it got me a hot dog with chili and cheese. And there was the choice of onions. I don't know if I went for that or not, but I thought about it, but I just really said, nah, I don't want onions. But anyway, as we're eating dinner, there was a game inside the arts and crafts building. And so far, I literally unloaded my car with my bag, and so far, I forgot my pillow, my blanket, and everything. So I got a little creative. I used my jacket and my bath towel as a cover. And then I used my baseball jersey as a pillow. So, anyway, we wake up the next morning. It's a Saturday morning. We go down to the arts and crafts room, and so far, breakfast is already made. We had bacon and sausage, eggs, and biscuits and gravy, and burritos. You know, you can fix you a sausage, egg, and cheese burrito. And, well, you can fix almost anything during breakfast time, but it was a buffet. I mean, they wanted you to eat so good where you'd be like, oh, I'm full already. I don't think I could take another bite. But anyway, so after breakfast, we go down to the baseball field. And so far, we're about ready to get the game going. And I was already in my cap and uniform. And I wore this jersey with flying colors. With one of my favorite jerseys that I wore during the game on Saturday morning. And so far, this jersey will always represent the San Antonio Missions. Proud affiliation of the Texas League affiliation of the San Diego Padres, which basically it's been the Padres affiliate since 2008 all the way to 2018. Then they got their AAA affiliation to the Milwaukee Brewers. That didn't last long, only 2 years. That was just about it. There was a season in 2019. 2020 was canceled due to the COVID pandemic, and that's what shut everything down. In December of 2020, I saw a Facebook post saying that the San Antonio Missions was being called back to AA. The Padres affiliation missed them a lot, so they wanted to sign a 10-year agreement for San Antonio to be the proud sponsor and the affiliation of the Padres. And so far, they did sign the contract. They said, hey, we're coming back to AA, AAA. Didn't want to stay in San Antonio. And so far, they moved off to Nashville. And so did the affiliation, too. But anyway, this jersey, I wore it with flying colors. And the hat as well. And I gotta say, this jersey is like one of my favorite jerseys out of all the San Antonio missions. You know, it's just one of my favorites. As you know, you can see the SA on there. That's the missions logo. And so far, the coonskin hat, that's a S, and an A that represents what the Alamo is. You see this little bell right here and the star up top, and it's what San Antonio always represents. But anyway, well, let's get back to the story of what happened on Saturday morning. So they split us up into teams. I was on team number 2, and my youth minister and my other friend, they were on team number 2. So pretty much they were the home team, we were the visiting team. And I thought to myself, we ought to call ourselves not just team number 1, but let's go ahead and call ourselves Team San Antonio. And we would call team 2 the Bandera Campers. So anyway, we got in there. We're top half of the first inning, and we score in the first run of the ball game. And so far, my friend that was batting first got in there. I was batting second because the second baseman always thinks second. So anyway, I get in there and I run into an out. And so far, my first try, I tried to get a base hit, and I end up getting out real easily. So anyway, we're going through the game, and I'm out there playing second baseman. I'm defending the second base area, and so far one of my other friends is out there at first base, and we had a guy at third base protecting the bag as well. My youth minister gets a base hit, and so far another guy tries to get a base hit, and the shortstop throws to me. I get the youth minister out at second, and that is Wayne Robbins. So Wayne has been tagged out by me, and I was just sitting there saying, I got you, ha 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 ha, nya 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 nya. And he's like, you sure did, you got me pretty good. But anyway, it was funny. So after that, he's going back to his dugout, and we got 3 outs, and so far everybody else is coming up to bat. And boy, I tell you what, this one kid on my team has really hit a ball really good. So he goes from first to second. He had a double. And I come back in, and I said, dude, I'm going to get you home, no matter what the cost is. So we got him home on a base hit. I had that base hit. And so far, the ball goes past the third baseman and the shortstop. And, well, he's just flying home. He beats the tag. And so far, we are up 2-0 in this ball game. Bottom half of second, the home team, the Bandera Campers, come up to bat. And so far, they get the bases loaded, and they score in a couple runs. They get another base hit, and so far, it is 4-2 in this ball game. And so far, base hit after base hit after base hit. There's been a few errors in this ball game. And, well, literally, when we get out of the inning and we get a 1-2-3 inning, so we're basically trailing the Campers by just the 2 runs. So, anyway, we go to the bottom half of 3, and, well, they get a run, and we get 3 outs. And so far, this game has a 5-2 as the Bandera Campers led it to the charge over Team San Antonio. And so far, as the game went on, there was another base hit, and the base hits just kept on coming in. And so far, the bags were loaded up. 2 runs come in across the score. It is 7-2 for Team Bandera. And, well, after that, we get the 3 outs, and then we start getting our base hits in. And we had a base hit, and another base hit. We had 3 people on base, and so far, bases for Team San Antonio, the bags are loaded. And so far, somebody gets a base hit. They drew in 3 runs, and we are trailing this game by 2 runs. It was a 7-5 deficit, so it's a fair game. So anyway, we're playing at least all the way to the bottom half of the 6th inning. And so far as that was the game right there, Team Bandera wins. And so far, it was a good ball game, and I gotta say, I had a lot of fun. Well, after that, we turned in the equipment. There was a lot of gloves, there was a lot of baseballs, there was a lot of bats included. They were rentables, so basically, they had to turn them back in. And it was pretty good day. It was lunchtime as we're pretty much wrapping up the ball game, and gotta say, wish we went for a 9 straight inning game, but we went for 6 straight, and that was just about it. Team Bandera beat San Antonio 7-5 in this contest. I gotta say, it was a fair ball game. I'm not gonna complain about, oh, we lost. I mean, it was just a 2-run ball game. I mean, we didn't get beat that badly. I mean, hey, everything was all right. Everything was chill. I mean, it was a terrific ball game. It was a beautiful day to just be out and enjoy nature, because basically on a blue, sunny, nice day, you feel like you just need to be outside, being with family and friends and those around you. So after the ball game, we go out, we have lunch, and for lunch we had cheeseburgers and chips. And boy, I was so hungry. I ate 2 cheeseburgers and 2 bags of chips. And we had sweet tea and sweet lemonade plus water included. And right after lunch, we were going to have another game called dodgeball, but I was drowsy and I was tired, and I said to myself, well, I'm going to go back into my camp, where I was slept and stuff, in the cabin. So I go in there and I take a nap, and so far it's about an hour, 2-hour nap. But after that, I got up, I called my dad, I was wondering what he was doing. And he was working on the shed. He said, oh, I got most of the shingles up and stuff. I said, well, that's good. That's really, really good. And I told Dad what happened about the whole ball game, but I think he's watching this video right now. I'll share it with him, and so far he'll get a kick of laughing about everything that went on. And so far, next year, when we have this group meetup again, I'll make sure to take a video of our next baseball game. And that way I can show you guys how good of a hitter I am. Because basically, my whole life, I grew up with baseball. I've always got fascinated with watching people on the Rockhounds, people on Corpus Christi, people with San Antonio, people in the whole gosh darn Texas League, if you want to call it that. Everybody in the Texas League, no matter where they're from, what team they are on, I always got fascinated with baseball. Heck, even Air Bud, one of my favorite movies that I grew up watching as a kid. And that was Air Bud 7th Inning Fetch, which they do a pretty good movie about how Air Bud plays baseball. And Josh, he's off to college in this movie. And so far, well, pretty much Buddy and Andrea. Andrea's the girl that, she got talked into playing baseball by her friend. And so far, all three of these prospects were the greatest prospects that we've ever seen for the Timberwolves. That was their name, the Timberwolves. It's pretty good team right there. It's like the boys here in San Antonio, the San Antonio Missions. But anyway, I gotta say, it was just a perfectly good weekend. We enjoyed it. But let's get back to the story. I know I'm running out of time here, but we're gonna get this going a little bit more. So I wake up and I was talking to my dad, and after that, we go off to dinner, and then we have another game. We're having these activities. So anyway, it was pretty good. We had race car racing. We had these like little cars, and we're having fun. And so far, oh boy, everybody was having fun. The finalists got the first, second, and third place ribbons, and everybody was just having so much fun. I was having fun. And I said to myself, I said, hey, I'm glad I went. Why do I need to spend a weekend where I'm just cooped up in my apartment doing absolutely nothing? Maybe watching TV and video games. And literally just being bored to tears thinking about Love and Love's new series and all these episodes. And so far, I decided to take me a road trip. I said, hey, I'm going to get out of the house for a while. I'm going to take me a road trip. I'm going to have a good weekend. I'm going to be out with my friends. This weekend was one of the greatest things that I've ever seen. And so far, we played ball. We played baseball. Baseball is just the number one favorite sport of mine that I truthfully love. I loved baseball when I was knee-high to a grasshopper, if you know what I'm saying. I mean, I watched the Rockhounds, when my uncle was still around. Back in Midland, my Uncle Robert had season tickets to the Rockhounds. And if you don't know what the Rockhounds is, you gotta look it up on Google Images, and it'll tell you everything. Even the Wikipedia will say everything about the Rockhounds, who they're affiliated with, where they previously played in the old ballpark until they got the new ballpark, which was basically called Security Bank Ballpark, but nowadays is called Momentum Bank Ballpark. And Midland has always been the Double-A Texas League affiliation of the Oakland A's. And so far, I got to say, that was the first team that I got myself into. My dad and my uncle, my brother and me, we went there and we watched Midland one day take on the Northwest Arkansas Naturals, and we enjoyed the game. And it was that game where we had that thunderstorm activity, and boy, I gotta say, that was just one of them things that I will still remember to this day, is thinking about sitting in the stands, seeing that storm coming where it had the lightning, and the guy gets on there and says, everybody take cover, there is lightning in the area, please get under the thing. And so far, all the players from Northwest Arkansas and Midland, they scattered back to their bullpens. They literally got scared by the aftershock of the lightning. I mean, the vibration of that close strike that struck near the ballpark and stuff. But anyway, so back to the story. Sunday morning, we wake up this morning and we are getting ready to have our last day at Camp Bandina. We wake up, we had breakfast, we had our little Devo. After that, we go off and we head to church. We go visit this new church in a town. I think it was called Bandina. It's a Bandina right outside of Bandera. And so far, well, we visit this church and it was a great service this morning. They had a great lesson and stuff. Very, very good lesson. So after that, we go back to Camp Bandina and we have our lunch. And this is a lunch where we're about to go off back to San Antonio. A lot of people go back to Lavernia because the next following day is our work day. But anyway. So after lunch, I get back on the road. I'm headed for San Antonio. And goodness, there is a bug in here. I do see it. There is a mosquito. And when he comes this way, I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you, you little bloodsucker. But anyway, it was a great weekend. I really enjoyed myself, and I'm glad that I went. Now, this next upcoming weekend is Veterans Day. Thursday, I do leave for Brady to go see my dad, my stepmother, my dog, everybody. My family up there in Brady, Texas. Now, if you don't know where Brady Rochelle is, go to Google Maps, you'll find it. It's right in the heart. And, I mean, you can't miss it. It's easy to get up in there and say, oh, I know where that town is. I know where that one is. You know. But anyway, guys, this was pretty much the whole video of the weekend. And so far, I hope you guys enjoyed me talking about my experience and first time around going to Camp Bandina for a weekend. And I gotta say, can't wait to do it next year again. We're going to have another ball game, and Team 2, which is named Team San Antonio, will see Camp Bandina again, or Camp Bandera. I mean, whatever team it is, but anyway. Well, I gotta say, hope everybody had a great and awesome weekend. I sure did. A lot of fun. We are starting a new work week beginning tomorrow. So basically, for those that don't know, I hope everybody had a great and awesome weekend. there is going to be just a 4-day work week that we get to deal with beginning tomorrow through Thursday. So make sure that you guys catch me on the streams for Destiny 2. We will be live tomorrow, Tuesday, and Wednesday. That's it right there for that week. Until we return here on Sunday afternoon. Then we have our gameplay streams Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And I do believe Friday night we'll have a gameplay stream if I'm here during the next following weekend, right after this weekend coming up. But anyway. Well, guys, hope y'all enjoyed this video. It was fun. I enjoyed it. Hope everybody's weekend was great. And I can't wait to do the next following weekend because basically I'm going to hang out with Love. I've not seen her in 5 weeks and I'm just ready to see her again. But anyway, guys, hope y'all have a great night. And so far, I hope y'all set your clocks because I know we lost an hour or we gained an hour. I think we gained an hour. But anyway, daylight savings time has already ended. It's going to get dark early. It's going to get morning early. I know, everything is just driving us completely bonkers these days. And so far, I just wish the House of Representatives would vote a bill that says, hey, leave the stinking clocks alone. That would be nice. But anyway, I don't think they're going to do that anytime soon. I don't know. Knock on wood. Like that. But anyway, hope you guys had a great and awesome weekend. We'll see you later. This Jay Baker Vlog signing off for the night. Be safe, make wise choices, and always remember to keep it rockin'. We'll see y'all in the next one.